Today I'm going to show you how to replace a fuel filter in a 2000 Forester. Really the most important part of this video is the location of the fuel relay so that you can relieve the fuel pressure before you work on it. I hadn't seen any other videos that show where that is, so the only tools you're going to need for this, probably a Phillips screwdriver, maybe a can of WD-40. So we'll get right into it. So I'm going to go ahead and show how to disconnect that fuel relay so that you can relieve the fuel pressure. So you'll come in the passenger side and look up here. It's going to be behind this panel here, this blue connector right here. So let's push in here, and that'll pull off. Try firing it up. Yours may fire up and then die, but that should be all the fuel pressure. Back under the hood, and the fuel filter is right here. So you just loosen these two hose clamps here. Mine happen to be screw on, yours might be compression type. Loosen those, take them back. You might have to spray a little WD-40 down in the hose, yours might be kind of stuck on. Loosen those, pull those hoses back. That might be easier for you to get those hoses off if you remove the filter from the clamp. So you go around this side, there's just this little clip. Just take that off, and that filter will pull right out of the clamp. But you got to be careful with this because on the other side it just hooks in here. So if you get it around that hook, you can just pull the front, pull this down, pull this front off, and set that piece aside. But now this is free. The other thing you don't want to lose is there's a little rubber boot here that the clamp actually grabs onto, and that might actually just fall right off your old filter depending on how long it's been there. But there's that rubber boot. You'll save that and put that on your new filter. And these filters are labeled, so this has got, you probably can't read that, but it's in and out. So out goes over to your engine, in is the line that comes from your fuel tank, goes back in that direction. So when you put the new filter in, just make sure that in and out goes this way, in goes that way. Don't get those hoses mixed up. The other thing you'll want to know is that there is going to be fuel coming out of this. You'll want some kind of container ready, that when you get those hoses off, depending on how good you got your fuel pressure drained, there'll be just a little bit. Yours might be more than this. Once I get this other hose off, just keep this upright, otherwise fuel will drain out of it. So here's all the fuel that came out of my filter. That most of it came out when I took the inlet side off. You'll notice it's kind of orange looking because I'm trying to get rust out of my fuel tank. This is a fairly new filter, but I had to replace a part, the fuel inlet on my on the fuel tank, the filler neck, and so I'm trying to get all the rust that was in the fuel out. That's why I'm changing the filter again. But yeah, that's how much fuel can come out if you're not careful. So don't dribble it on the ground. Make sure you got something to catch that, or be very careful to keep your filter upright. And one more thing, you'll rob off the old one. You might want to take this off even before you remove the filter if it's going to fall off. But this hose guide here will come off of this filter and go onto your new one. So it's just got a little hook that goes on this out neck. It's got a little hook that goes around that, and then a little clasp on the bottom here. So you'll lift up on this bottom clasp and kind of bend it a little bit depending on how old yours is. Be careful with it, you don't want to break this. And then it should just release from around the neck. and then you'll set that part aside as well and put that on your new filter. So then here's our new filter. This clip is easier to remove the other way, but it'll actually go on the opposite way. So you'll clip the little clip on, and then hook the part around the out neck. Do that first, then slide your rubber boot on. Then we will probably put the hoses on, be the easiest part, and then snap it into place with the bracket. All right, you got the new filter in there, boots on there, your hose guide clip is on there, 2 hoses are tightened down. There's a stop here that you'll put the hose on up to, and then just tighten the hose clamp down enough where those are not going to pull off. Get it down there. We'll get this clip. This will just hook on this side, bring it around, and then fasten this clamp, and we'll be done. Now we're going to hook fuel relay back up and put our side panel back together here. Now this piece, there's a little clip on the bottom here that needs to go in first here. There's a little slot there that clip will go in, otherwise it'll snap. So put that in first, and then it just kind of rocks back a little bit. This piece will go in this hole back here. Okay. And then this piece just goes in to secure that. Takes a minute. You gotta get that fuel built up into that fuel filter. And you're done. So that's just a real simple repair that pretty much anybody can do. Probably take you somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes to accomplish. Real easy, and your engine will thank you.